I am delighted to be joined by Nade, who is the first artist on the show. Thank you so much for coming on, Nade.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
It's absolutely brilliant to have you. To kick us off, why don't you share a bit about yourself and a bit about your music?
Okay, so I am a local Southampton artist, and I do a little bit of R&B, pop, but I'm trying to go more the urban way at the moment because that's what
Nice.
I like. And yeah, I'm just trying to, get myself out there and get my music heard. I do it, because I love it,
Mm.
but also I get to share it with people, and if they like it, then that's a bonus. So
Wonderful. Well, we're really looking forward to sharing some of your music in a little bit. Why don't you rewind for us and take us back to the start of your journey? What introduced you to music, made you feel like you wanted to be an artist? What experience caused you to fall in love with music?
okay, so gosh, like when I was at school, I did my first song. I was writing all the time,
Mm.
and then my mum and dad were like, right, we're gonna treat her to do her own song and record it. So that was my first time recording.
Oh,
And back then we didn't have Spotify or much social media. It was all, on our phones, Bluetooth. So
yes.
my song just like went round the whole school. Everyone was Bluetoothing it around, and I was like, wow, this is great. Like everyone knows the words to my song. And I was just like, wow, this is, I got a taste of that and I loved it.
Nice.
And so, yeah, and I started singing. I think I was in the back of my mum and dad's car once,
Mm.
and Brittany was on the radio, and I was
Classic.
singing to Brittany, and my dad was like, she can sing. And my mum, and they like turned the radio down a little bit, and they could hear me in the back, like, la, 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 la. And they're like, oh my God, she can sing. So then they started like encouraging me to do
Amazing.
karaoke and stuff. That we used to have like a social club when, like, my mum and dad used to go to a social club, take the
Yeah.
kids with you, we play with all the other children, and then karaoke nights, my dad's like, go on, my girl, getting me up there. Well, my dad loves karaoke. He's like the
Nice.
karaoke king. Once you get him on it, you can't get him off.
I know a few
But
people
yeah,
like that. They are excellent individuals, and some of them, their singing qualities are a bit iffy, but it's all about the energy that you put into it,
yeah,
isn't it? If you're passionate enough, you can get away with anything.
exactly. You don't have to be a great singer to enjoy singing.
Yeah,
Everyone can sing if they want to. And
for
but my
sure.
dad, he actually has a good voice. So
Fair
yeah,
play. Maybe I'll have to
yeah,
have him on the show next then.
yeah, yeah. Well, I got him in the recording studio not long ago, and like we had a practice. That is his first time recording,
Oh,
and he was
cool.
like, "I'm coming back to do this." But yeah,
What great fun. So you've clearly now got a recording studio as well, having your dad in and stuff. But it was all the way back
yeah,
in 2019 that you had your first official release, which was They
yeah,
Ain't You.
yeah,
What was it like releasing your first official track? Because obviously you said that you'd been able to kind of Bluetooth that first song to
yeah.
friends at school. What was it like uploading something and having official release?
Um, it was like you kind of feel like legit, like I'm on Spotify, I'm on iTunes with all the other, I'm where all the other artists are putting their music that are
Yeah.
actually signed. And so it sort of makes you feel a bit more like this is more professional
Mm,
and more serious sort of thing. And it can reach a wider range of people from
yeah.
all over the world. So it just opens up so many doors, like being able to have an official release.
Mm,
You can really push it out there. Whereas,
nice.
with before then, it was, oh, drop my friends a CD, or, they're
Limited by the school
Bluetoothing it.
walls.
Yeah, it can only sort of get so far,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now it just opens so many doors. So, it's really cool to think that, God, my song could be heard all the way in New Zealand or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's really nice to be able to share music like
Nice.
far and wide.
That's really cool. And then obviously you followed that up the next year with a personal favorite of mine, AK-47. Don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah,
It's a big fan
Yeah.
of that. Did much change for you in terms of kind of for you as an artist between the two releases? Did you feel like your sound changed that much, or was it pretty similar to the previous release?
Well, what's really like weird about it is that even though They Ain't You was released before AK-47, I recorded AK-47 in like 2016.
Ooh.
So yeah, and I wrote it in like 2012. So I just didn't put it out for years because everyone was like, we love this song, we love this song. You can't release this without a video and things like that. Like, we love it. So I held it back, but I was like, it's gonna get out of date, you know. I can't hold it back too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then I did a video for it and thought, no, I'm gonna release it. So it's literally the only song I've held back for that long. Usually, you know, I'll write a song and I'll release it within a couple of months or something. But with that, like, that was literally years. So and the sound is really different. I think back then I was listening to a lot of Rihanna's music when she was like really popping. And you know, she had that like fierceness about her music. You know, she could do the ballads and she could do the girly stuff, but she also had a little bit of fierceness, didn't she, in her music. And even though I wrote it like in 2012, but the vibe of it, we didn't get the beat going until, you know, 2016. And I was like, yeah, I want this to be like, I want the guys to like it as well as the girls. I don't want it to be too girly, you know?
No, you definitely fit that. Take us back to obviously 2012 when you first wrote it. What's the kind of message behind it, just before we have a listen, just so people know what you're thinking kind of lyrically wise when you created it? What's the story behind that?
Well, it's like, it's, you know, you like a guy, but you're not going to beat it around the bush. You're just like, I want you. And it's, you know, it's a bit dominant. And yeah, it's like, it, you know, it's metaphorical because I'm talking about a gun, but really it's like, it's a way of saying your love is powerful, your love is strong, fierce. So I just sort of like took the concept of love and made it about a gun sort of thing. So it's not, it's not actually like, oh, I want to kill him, you know, I really like him, but I'm gonna kill him. It's not like that. It's more like, you know, my love's that powerful, like surrender to it sort of thing.
Nice.
Nice.
I love that. That's really cool. Well, why don't you do us the honors and introduce the track for us?
This is Nade, AK-47.
And I am still here with Nade. We are chatting all about her music and her as an artist. Nade, you were recently involved in the second volume of Sounds of Southampton, which is doing amazing. And it's a collaboration of artists around Southampton. What was it like being part of that project?
It was such a good experience. I've not really done anything like it before. It was, I think it started off like, you know, you had to apply earlier in the like summer. And then, you know, you just feel like a celebrity for a couple of weeks almost. Like, your face is on the billboard. We were down the Saint Stadium, like filming, being told, you know, what to do and things like that. And I've never really been directed like that before, you know? So I sort of felt like, wow, this is really cool. I could get used to this.
Nice.
And like, and just so much, we had like a little group chat. So we were told, like, you know, what's coming out. We had all these like things, you're doing the launch party, you're doing this, you're doing that. And it just felt like so organized and just so legit. Like, it was, it was really sick. And then I got to meet like amazing artists, and it like, I don't know, it just almost made you feel like you were a little team, you know? I'm so used to doing everything on my own. It was so nice to have that support, and Tyrone like supporting us all. and even each other, we were just always supporting each other, and it just felt really nice. It felt like a little pack, you know.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
That's great to hear.
yeah. And when it all like sort of the launch party was over
Yeah.
and we haven't seen each other in a while, I was like, kind of, can we just all get shoved in like a little Big Brother house? Can Ty like do like a little Southampton show? Because like I just, you get attached. I get attached to people. I'm such a mouth.
Yeah.
But like it was just such a good experience. You felt like a little team.
Nice. Did
So
you
yeah.
come into the project with an idea or with a track in mind, or did you come in kind of as a blank sheet, kind of all options and areas are available?
Yeah, pretty much. It was like,
Oh.
right, so what am I gonna do for this one? And
Yeah.
then Ty was like, how do you feel about like drill and stuff? And I said, funny enough, I've actually written a song to like a sort of drill kind of beat. I mean, it's not full on drill, but it's got like, you know, elements of that in it. And I showed him it and he was like, yeah, that's the one. So I was like, oh,
Nice.
that is so cool. Like that I've already wrote to this. This is, and I haven't put it out yet. So it
Yeah.
was literally there ready. It was like it was fate. And then he said, how would you feel about having, you know, a rapper like on the track with you? And I was like, yeah, that would be cool. Like, but who?
Yeah.
Who's gonna do it? And then he said, what about Draystar? And obviously I listened to Draystar. I was like, yeah, he's sick. Like
Nice.
yeah. So I went to work one night and my boyfriend made the beat. So that's another thing. He made the beat. So,
Oh, cool.
you know, it was already there. Yeah. So we're sort of like celebrating it together as well, you know?
Yeah.
And he had recorded Dre, and I come back from work and he went, I've got something to show you. And he played his part on it. And I was like, yes, you have smashed it. You have
Amazing.
smashed it. Yeah. So that it just all fell into place. It was really cool.
I mean, clearly you've all smashed it because the track Persuade was recently Record of the Week on BBC Music Introducing, and
Yeah.
absolutely fabulous. Are there any more plans for the track moving forward?
Yes, there
Ooh.
is. We've got a music video for it.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, we had to do a visual for that track. Like it's
Come
done
on.
so well. It's really weird because I thought everyone was like AK-47 is going to do so well, blah blah blah, you know, and it did. But I uploaded it I got it on radio on
Yeah.
the BBC Introducing, but it wasn't Record of the Week and things like that, you know. So sometimes it's really surprising the ones you think that are gonna like do well.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how people would take to this track, you know,
Mm.
because it is a bit more, it's got like a bit more of a UK vibe to it. Whereas previous stuff I've done, because I've had such, you know, I've been inspired by like a lot of American female singers. But now this one is more, you know, it's got UK vibes, and I didn't know how people would take it, but they absolutely love it. So I'm glad they do because I loved it.
Brilliant.
So yeah, and it's just done so well. I can't believe it. And I got played Saturday as well.
Nice.
As one of the best records of the year on Introducing. So
There you
along with
go.
other, yeah. So I was like, wow, this is doing so good. Like, can't wait to drop the video now.
That's going to be brilliant, and I'm sure loads of people will be really looking forward to getting to watch that when it's coming in 2022. Speaking of 2022, is there anything else on the cards that you've got planned in the coming year?
Yes. So I am thinking about releasing an album. Yeah. So I'm thinking of doing that because I've got like a load of songs lined up that I've written and some beats and things. And I thought I've done a few singles now. I think I'm going to try and do a whole album because it's so much fun as well. And I want like, you know, when my friends and like people that do listen to my music, they say, well, when's your next one? And I think, do you know what? I'm just going to give you a whole album you can listen to and then see how that does. And then maybe I can see which songs do the best and then think, right, I'll do a video for that one. I'll push that one more because, you know, I'll let people decide what songs are the best rather than me being like, I'll drop this single, I'll drop that. You know, I can literally see which is doing better.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
and it's just so much fun as well. And I've just got so many songs that I'll just want to put out. So might as well
Brilliant.
do it. Yeah.
Well, I for one, I'm really looking forward to hearing all the tracks that are going to come out in 2022. That's really exciting, and looking forward to hearing it. As we finish off, it'd be great to hear. I'm sure there are people listening who might be an up and coming artist themselves, or are just a listener that wants to support local music in Southampton. Do you have any advice, firstly, for an up and coming artist who may be looking to start releasing music? Is there anything that you've learned or anything that you can say to them that might help them on their journey?
God, I've got a lot to say to I've learned a lot. I'm still learning, but yeah, I would say even when you haven't got a lot of following and you've put out a track, don't expect to just explode in one, you know, with one tune. You've got to persevere. Just keep pushing, even if the numbers are disheartening and you think, oh, I thought it would have done better than that, or it would have had more views than that. Don't look at the numbers because it's not always about the numbers. You just got to keep putting your content out there, stay relevant, you know, stay current, and don't give up. I just keep persevering, you know, that, and if you enjoy it, it's a hobby anyway. So, and then if something comes of it as well, that's even better.
Good advice. And is there anything for people listening who want to support you and other Southampton and local artists around the area? What's something that someone listening can do, maybe once this show's ended, that they can just do straight away that will help you as a local Southampton artist?
Go check out my video. If they like it, share it. You know, click the like button, follow me on Insta so you can see some new music as well. Stream it, download it, put it on your playlist. Save it in your phone.
Put it on that playlist. If you got a playlist for like going out for a party or something later in the week, add one of the tracks to your playlist, going out playlist. Why not?
Definitely. Play it in your kitchen parties. You know,
that's the one.
If you're a DJ watching this, play it in the club.
Yes. Easy.
Just get
Easy
it out there. Get it in everyone's ears. Yeah.
Wonderful. And so where can people find you online? You mentioned Instagram, you mentioned a video. Where can people find those?
So on YouTube is where all my visuals are. That's Nade Music 1. And my Instagram is Nade Official 1. And then you got the Spotify, iTunes, just to listen to the audios and things. And that's just Nade. So
nice. Brilliant. So we're gonna play Persuade. But it'd be lovely to hear just a little bit about the story behind the track just before we play it. So do you want to give a quick kind of overview of what Persuade's all about?
Well, it's quite twisted. It's a bit messed up, actually. It's basically when you really like someone, you're with them, but you know they've been cheating and things like that and not being very faithful, but you don't want to believe it because you're that in love with them. You don't want to believe it. You just like say anything to make me believe you. Don't tell me what's happened, what you've done. Try and make me believe you and convince me, even though I know that's not true. You know, you just don't want to deal with the pain of it. You don't want to face the truth, basically. So you're kind of in denial. But yeah, that's what it's about. So
wow. Deep stuff. Deep track.
Yeah, deep stuff. Yeah.
And an awesome track. So definitely go follow Nade, watch the music videos, look forward to the music video that will come this year for Persuade. Nade, thank you so much for being on the show. It's been such a pleasure and a privilege to chat with you. To finish us off, why don't you introduce this track that is on the Sounds of Southampton Volume 2 album that you have been part of?
Yep, this is Nade featuring Dre Star, Persuade.